So, I had an idea. What happens when you take some of Cornwall's most atmospheric landmarks and visit them in the dead of night? No crowds, no distractions, just the sound of the wind, the stars above, and of course me and my camera waiting to capture it all. I've always loved these places in daylight, but I did start to wonder what they look like after dark. Can I capture something different, something eerie, something beautiful? So in this video I'll be heading out to explore 4 very different Cornish locations, all under the cover of darkness. So the first one is Mulfra Quoit, which is a prehistoric burial chamber standing all alone on the moor. Next I'll be visiting Greenburrow Engine House, which is a crumbling remnant of Cornwall's mining legacy, which I'm sure we all know about. Then it's on to Lanyon Quoit, which is another striking Neolithic structure that just seems to glow with mystery in the moonlight. And then finally I'll be finishing at Crownhead Tin Mines, which I think this one will be the most picturesque. It's 2 tin mines clinging to the cliffs high above the ocean, and possibly the most dramatic of all. Now for all these locations I'll be using long exposures and torchlight to paint the scenes, revealing textures and forms that daylight never really quite shows. Some shots might work, most of them won't, I'm sure. It'll definitely be cold and probably a bit sketchy underfoot in places, so I've packed enough coffee, lots of snacks, and hopefully the patience to stay focused while I'm fumbling around in the dark. And this is something I wanted to try for a long time, and I thought now let's get it done. So join me as I explore Cornwall by torchlight. So Mulfra Quoit that I'm heading up to now is a prehistoric tomb, a prehistoric chamber, and apparently it dates back to between 3,500 and 2,500 BC. So it's just a bit older than me, give or take a few wrinkles. And apparently it stands at 3.5 meters high, which is enormous. And I've seen a lot of images and things on Google Earth and the internet, but it doesn't look nowhere near like 3.5 meters high. And around the perimeter used to be 4 stones, which are about 1.7 meters high. And they obviously formed a box. But apparently one of those stones has eroded over the years. And the capping piece that did sit on the top, which weighs some 5 tons. God knows how they managed to weigh it. But that has slipped off. And now it's at a bit of a dodgy angle, and it's leaning on the other 3 stones. Now apparently, this place was like I said, a burial chamber for maybe prominent local figures here in Cornwall. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's just what I read on the internet. Oh, look at this for a view though. This is astounding. Phenomenal. So I'm here tonight to do some nighttime photography. And if you look in the top of the screen, you'll see a video there that I tried that before, and I wasn't overly impressed with my results, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is try some nighttime photography here. I've got a couple of torches that I'm going to try and light up the quoit from different angles, and you can get inside it underneath the capping stone. And I'm going to try and shine my torch upright, maybe if it'll stand upright, to try and light up the interior of the quoit to see what image that produces. Oh God, that's a hike. I mean, look at this. That's over towards Zena over there. And then just over the top of these hills, don't think you can see it. No, just over the top of these hills is the Gurnard's Head pub. And then you're looking further around, that's heading out over to Land's End, over to me west. And this is heading up to the Quoit. Now I don't quite know how far I've got to go because the signal's not the best. So I don't quite know how much further it is, but it don't look that far on the maps. And I suppose a stone structure of 3.5 meters high, I suppose you can't really miss it. But I'm just getting up to this little sort of rise up the path. See if I can see it, just to show you the Quoit in all its glory. And this path, it's a bit dodgy because there's grass that's overgrown onto the path and things, and this is going to be fun going back down here tonight in darkness. But like I said, luckily I've got 2 torches and I've got my headlamp, and of course I'm wary about snakes, adders, but we'll see how we go. Where is it, this thing? Perhaps I can't see it yet. It's alright, I just don't want to stand on a snake. Oh, it's here. Oh, it's here. Bear with me. I can see, oi! Can't see where I'm going. I can see it on the brow of the hill. I've got it. Don't know if you can spot the stone there coming over the top. Maybe not with his camera. And I was hoping that there wasn't going to be anybody camping up here tonight, so I've got the whole place to myself. So yeah, let's get down there and I'll show you the Quoit. So this is the stone structure of Mulfra Quoit, my location for this evening. Oh, that's a bit of a spiky branch. Thank you very much. Look at that. That looks quite majestic. Yeah, I suppose it is 3.5 meters high, to be honest. And that's where you can get inside it, when I'll be putting my torch in there. I'll just give you a 360. That is enormous. That's like bigger than a mini metro car, if they still do mini metros these days. That is massive. Absolutely. So I think what I'm going to do is just find my base, see where I can just park my bags, and also see which is the best sort of composition. I mean, do a look out to sea. Don't know if you can see it on camera. Michael's mount somewhere down there. I just turn it around, probably. Where are we? Yeah, it's a bit small on this camera. Somewhere there, perhaps. And that's Penzance over there. That is enormous. So yeah, so I'm going to spend a few minutes just having a wander around. It's quite breezy as well, so I'm hoping when the sun drops down, which I think is about 4 minutes past 9. I don't know what time it is now. What time is it now? 4 minutes past 8, so I've got an hour. Or whether do I get the moon in the picture if I can? Because I'm always going to do some long exposures. So I just need to see if there's a clear area, or just to work out some composition. So yeah, so let's get set up. Sorry, I'm waffling. I'm waffling, but that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So what I'll do as well, I've just remembered, sorry, I'll put on the screen the what 3 words location for the car park. Well, the small little lay-by. It's just like a dirt lay-by that you can just pull onto. And then I'll just drop the route of the path that I took to get up here. So if you guys want to come and do the same as me, some nighttime photography, or just come and have a look at it. And I don't quite know if you can get down that way, but obviously I need to go that way. So tonight, I don't want to get lost and end up going that way. So yeah, so I'll get set up, and then I'll come back to you as it gets a bit darker and show you what compositions I've got. Wow, what a view. So the sun's setting now just over the top of the hill there, and I think I've sort of got my first composition. I've been walking around for 20 minutes, half an hour, and in essence it's something like that. When I'm trying to get the sun as it's setting, you can get the sun rays coming off as it just drops down over the horizon, and I've just got that, oops, on the on the right hand side of my frame. I touched the screen and it's took the picture, so I just want to get these sun rays on the right hand side of my screen. But as the sun drops, I'm hoping to get an amazing sky there. That's looking down over towards Penzance again, just to show you what it looks like over there. But yeah, so it's just a waiting game now, because it's 10 to 9. So the sun sets at 4 minutes past 9. So not long, and then hopefully it won't take long until it drops dark. But oh, it's so peaceful. It's a bit windy. I wish this wind would just drop a bit. But you can hear cows in the distance mooing, sheep. It's another world. And then just down in front of me is a hustle and bustle of a seaside fishing town. But yeah, yeah, so peaceful. Look at those clouds. Those clouds look immense. They look amazing. They really do. So yeah, so fingers crossed. We'll get some nice shots when the sun drops down over the top of the horizon. So I'll come back to you. I'm going to put my hat on as well, because it's a bit cold, and I've got a coffee as well. So yeah, it's getting a bit cold now. Good though, nice and quiet. So yeah, it's pretty good. Now I forgot to say in my other video earlier, in my other, as I was walking up, sorry, that I did a TikTok when I came up here the other day, and it was really foggy, and I got a comment from someone on TikTok that I look like Max Branning off EastEnders. Is it, I don't know his real name. Is that Max? Is that the character on EastEnders, or is that his real name? I'm not sure. But do I look like him?
I don't know. Max, if you're watching, get in touch. So Max Branning, I don't know, leave a comment below if you think I look like him. Because I know my daughters, just going off the subject, I know my daughters when they were younger, my wife had got MTV on. I was at work and my wife had got MTV on, and all of a sudden she heard my daughters shouting from the living room, "Mummy, Daddy's on TV, Daddy's on TV." So she's, what are you on about? What? He's at work. So anyway, she came in the living room and it was Phil Collins. And my daughters thought I was Phil Collins playing away. Was it Easy Lover or someone? I can't remember what the song was. But yeah, Phil Collins. So that's Phil Collins and Max Branning. So I'm not doing too bad. So yeah, just leave a comment, see if I look like either of them. Because personally, I don't. So anyway, there we go. So yeah, just a bit of fun. So yeah, so the sun's dropping down now over the horizon there. So yeah, I'm going to get behind my camera and get snapping away. So if any of these pictures are good, I'll drop them on the screen. And then I'll wait a touch longer for it to go dark. And hopefully, it's such a clear night tonight. Look at that. That is such a clear night. Hopefully, we'll get some stars. And then there's a moon up there as well. Don't know if you can make him out. So I'll try and capture him on some images. But yeah, amazing. Right, so let's get behind my camera and I'll drop these images on the screen if they're any good.
In this image, I got what I was after, which is the sun rays on the right hand side there. And this is a sort of a typical rule of thirds image where I've got the quoit on the left third there, showing the brightness in the sky. So I'm quite happy with this image. This one, not so much. I don't think it really shows you the size of the quoit. I'm sort of square onto the big capstone, and it just looks like a thin slither of stone there, to be honest. So this image, not so much, not so much.
Yeah, so the sun's finally set now. And I'm just waiting, obviously, for it to go dark, which I think the civil light ends about 9:44, and it's what, 9:22 now, so about another 20 minutes, half an hour before it goes totally dark. So not long to wait, and then I can get my torches out and find some different ways how I can light up the structure. Like, I certainly want to place one inside, and then I don't know, maybe one from the side somehow, somewhere, just to give it a bit of different light. So yeah, I've just got to play around with my torches, but I think I've got the best composition, the best sort of layout from here, because I don't want to get the capping stone square on, because I don't think you'll see, obviously you won't see any of these stones behind it that it's resting on. Obviously, because if I come down here just to show you, you'll just see that, which fair enough. But then if I come round this way again, I don't know, that might be a decent one. I don't know, I'll have to see. But yeah, so I think I found the best spot over here where I've got my camera set up. That is just gigantic. I mean, knowing my luck, when I go in there to put my torch in there, I can see that collapsing on me, 5.5 tons landing on me, and that'll be it. I'll be squashed. Oh well, never mind. Did I see us? Oh, that was the moon, wasn't it? Yeah, behind me there. So I thought I spotted a star, but I suppose I won't see any stars until the daylight's totally gone. So I'll have to see. I'll have to wait and see. So yeah, cool. All good so far. Just a bit cold now, as you can see. I've got my hat on. I've got my torch ready to go, and my gloves. So I've got my coffee. I nearly drunk my coffee though. That's the only problem. But I could do with a bacon sandwich, sausage sandwich, just to keep me going. But I'll see how I get on. So yeah, another half an hour, and I'll get cracking. Yeah, this is perfect conditions now. Just turn my light up a minute. Perfect conditions. You can see the quoit there in the dark now. The sun's gone over the horizon there, fully set now. And I've just been trying a few different places where I can just lay my torch just to light up, or try and light up the structure, the quoit, for when it finally does drop fully dark, hopefully in about the next 20 minutes, half an hour. And then I'll be able to put them on the screen to show you. So yeah, it's all good. Oh, why's my thing gone off? Yeah, it's all good. My light stopped working. So yeah, all good. Yeah, it's just waiting for nature, waiting for the sun to set and for it to go dark. So obviously that's what I'm here for. So fingers crossed, next 20 minutes, half an hour, I'll be able to get some shots of the quoit in the dark and show you them. So I'll drop them on the screen, and then what we'll do then, we'll head back to my car. And I don't think I'm going to get to another location tonight. So I think I'll head back to my car, head home, and then I'll catch you on another day probably round at my next location. So that'll be good. So yeah, I'll probably come back to you in a second when the light finally goes over the horizon there, and see what we get. This shot is similar to what I've just shown, but I did move around slightly so you can see more of the capping piece there, and also I dropped my torch on the inside quite precariously, but luckily yeah, it didn't fall in on me. And these two images are from the same location, from the same sort of view, but all I did was move the position of my torch, and one is lit from the front and one is lit from the side, and I think I prefer the one lit from the side, to be honest. Let me know what you think down in the comments. That's been good, that. Hope I've done some good images, done some good photos of the quoit now. So I'm just heading back to my car, just down this path off to the next location. Now I'm not obviously going there tonight, but stay tuned to see where I end up on my next location around Cornwall for some nighttime photography. So on to the next one. Just landed at Greenburrow Tin Mine, which I can see in the distance over the top. And this is one of the reasons why I chose this, because it's literally in the middle of nowhere, and you can see the chimney stack. Instead of coming out the top, it comes out the side on one of the corners. And I don't quite know what it'll be like when I get up there, but it might be sort of slightly overgrown, and it might be sort of disappearing into the undergrowth and into the flowers and the bushes and everything. So I think it'd be quite interesting when we get up there. And I don't quite know how far it is up this path, to be fair, but hopefully I'm going the right way. I've never been up here before, so I don't know if I'm going the right way. According to my phone, I think I am, so hopefully we'll get up there pretty soon, because it don't look too far. And the sun's not far off setting now. I think it sets at, oh, this bag. I think it sets at 20 to 9. So I've not got that long to get up there, find some compositions, and get myself positioned for ready when the sun goes down. So let's get up to the top and see where we go. And hopefully this one will be as good as Mulfra Quoit. But I've had to buy myself a new head torch because it was quite precarious getting back to my car when I'd done at Mulfra Quoit. And I was walking down the path. Oh, I don't really know if you can call it a path. And I fell over. Luckily I wasn't filming, but I fell over. And I think I more or less did a forward roll. And my head torch came off. What have we got over here? Oh, it's just a farmer's field, but look at that. I think Mulfra Quoit is somewhere over here. And then St Michael's Mount down there in the bottom. Hello horses. I can hear a dog barking in the distance, but I think that could be just a farmer's dog or whatever. But that's the tin mine there, look. He's just working his way up this path. So hopefully, not too far, which is good news for me. So let's get up there. So here we are, look, we've reached the mine. Luckily, it's not too far from where I've parked. So I'll drop on the screen where the parking little, again, it's like a little dirt path where you park your car. But this is the tin mine. The sun's behind it at the minute because it's not set yet. I think it's going to set in another half an hour. But I like that how the tower there is on one of the corners. And inside here, don't know, is this the shaft? Ooh. Oh, I'll just put my camera through there. What's down there? Oh, don't know. Unless it was the shaft. But it's not any longer. Look at this. This is cool. This is cool. So I'm just wondering whether tonight, as it drops dark, I could get a shot of the tower there going up there with the night sky. But I think the only problem is it's a bit cloudy. So I'm not quite sure if we're going to see any stars. But not too worried. Let me just give you a walk round. And I think there is a few open mines here, but I'm just quite wary of where I'm walking. That's pretty cool. And this is over the moorland. Look at that for a view. Again, Penzance, just down in the bottom here. And then Land's End is over there to my west. That's phenomenal. That's really cool. So yeah, so I'm going to spend a few moments working out again as I did at Mulfra Quoit as to where I can take some good photos from and get my drone in the air. So I'll spend 20 minutes, half an hour just wandering around, see what we can do. So yeah, I'll come back to you when I found a decent composition and set my drone up. So yeah, I've just had a wander around. Just have a look, see if I can pick out some nice compositions, and I think I do like that one with the chimney there going up the corner. But there is another good one off the top of that hill there, looking back the other way, but of course I can only just see the top bit of the chimney sticking out. But I don't quite know which will work best, so I think I might try both. But what I have found, just for your interest, I think this here, this grate, must be where the shaft was. Oh God, yeah. I can't see the bottom down there. Woo, woo. Yeah, it echoes a bit. So yeah, that must be where the shaft was, because I was just a bit wary before I came up here as to if it would be open, but no, it's luckily it's got a big steel grate across it, so I'm not going to fall down that later tonight in the pitch black. But I like that as well, looking up there. I just stick my camera through there. I like that composition where you can see the chimney sticking up. That might be one for later. I don't know. So there might be a few. Let me just take my camera through. Yeah, there might be a few. And it's a bit windy as well, so I don't quite know if my drone will cope with this wind. So I don't quite know what to do. Let me just show you this other composition that I saw. There, look, that one. Sort of put that in rule of thirds, which looks quite nice. Could look quite nice. Put it there and put it there. So I don't quite know, but when I got here, there was an old lady that looked like, to be honest, she was just wandering around, and she was trying to find a farm, and she said she just wandered out of this farm, out of this house, onto the moorland, and she was trying to find a way back. And there was myself, and I came across another cyclist, and I think he knows the area a bit better than me, so I think he sent her off in the direction that he thought she was looking for, but I don't know. I hope she's found her way back to her friend's house. So fingers crossed she's okay. So yes, let me get set up. I think what I'll start with, sorry for babbling on you guys, new location. I think I might start off with this one. So I'll set my camera up in readiness and get my time lapse going as well, because the sun's just setting over there. It sets at 8:39. I don't know what time it is now, 5 to 8. So I've got 40 minutes until it sets. It's really cold, really cold. So yeah, so I'll get my camera out, I'll get my gear set up, and I'll see if I can fly my drone, show you some aerial shots. So I'll come back to you in a short while when it's dropped a bit darker. Right. Yeah, it's dropping really cold now. It's about 8:30, and the sun is, well, it looks like it's set in the distance there, but it's not. It's setting just about here, but it's behind these clouds, so can't really see much of it. So I'm just trying some long exposures. It's a bit foggy out to sea as well down in Mounts Bay, but I'm just trying some long exposures of the tin mine with a ND8 filter on to see what that looks like. Oh, you get some nice moody clouds in the background. There's a few that are moving A few clouds are moving through pretty quick. That don't look too bad. Nice moody shot of the tin mine there. But yeah, it's dropped really cold, so much so obviously I put my hat on. I think I might put my gloves on as well, to be fair. So I don't want to be out here too long, but I want it obviously to go dark. That's the whole idea. But it's freezing. Like I said earlier, I must be the highest. Like I said, apart from that rock over there, apart from that that hill over there, I've got to be the highest here. There's nothing around me for miles. Like I said earlier. But yeah, it's really cold. It's really cold. So fingers crossed I won't be here too much longer. So I think it's once the sun sets. I think it's only probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock before it goes pitch black. So I want to take my photos and get home and get in the warmth. So anyway, you have to do what you have to do. I don't know. So yeah, so fingers crossed. It won't take too much longer, but it's waiting for nature, isn't it? What's the saying? Tide and time wait for no man. So there we go. So I'm just waiting for the sun to set. But you know, it's quite nice. Don't get me wrong. But very windy. So hopefully I'll be able to come back to you shortly when the sun sets. So yeah, speak to you in a moment. Hurry up.
Now, I just thought I'd let you know that woman was found. This family did come up onto the moorland to watch the sunset, the same as me, and I did ask if they found her, and yeah, they knew of her, and yes, she did get home safe, so thank goodness for that.
Yeah, I suppose you can tell it's dropped quite dark now. It's about 9 o'clock, but it's still obviously not pitch black. I'm about 20 seconds on my exposure on my camera, but I still need it to drop a bit darker than what it currently is. I mean, you can still see quite a lot of daylight, to be fair. The sun's set probably half an hour ago now, but so yeah, it's weird how it's how it's still quite light. It's weird, it's deceiving, because expect, oh yeah, it's gone dark now, I'll get a decent exposure out of this, but no, but not to worry, probably another half an hour I reckon. So I'll obviously just keep hanging around till it goes a bit darker. I don't suppose you can see much, to be honest, in the dark. No, not really, not with that light on my camera. But yeah, so another half an hour I reckon before it goes really dark, before it goes pitch black, and then I can get my torches going, get this baby lit up, see what I can get from it. If you can make it out there in the background, just a silhouette. So yeah, so I'll come back to you hopefully in a second when it goes pitch black, and I'll be able to show you the pictures that I take. So yeah, I'll come back to you in a sec. Oh, that looks amazing, the back of the camera. I don't know if you can see. Just let me put my head torch on so I can see where I'm going. I don't know if you can see here. If I just get a bit closer so you can see it and turn my head torch off. I've got a torch inside. Don't know if you can see that there. Let me just take you down here. I'll show you where I'm going. Yeah, I've stood a torch up right there, look, and it's lighting up the inside of the tin mine, and I'll just grab that because I've done with it. Oh, that's quite bright. And I've took a shot there with the torch lighting up the inside of the tin mine, and I'll just show in the back of the camera. Just let me get back up this hill. I think that looks fantastic. I'll drop it on the screen. Let me just show you in the back of the camera. Look at that. I don't know if you can See that there? If I turn off my torchlights a sec. Maybe not. I don't think the exposure is very good on this GoPro, but oh, that looks amazing. I am well pleased with that. That looks so cool how the light comes up out the inside of the tin mine and it lights up the chimney at the top. Oh, that looks spectacular. I am really pleased with that. So I'll drop that on the screen. I hope you are too. And then what I want to do is just go down to the bottom of that path down there to look back at the tin mine in the other direction. I suppose you can't really see that. So you can see the full height of the tower. So I've got to move all my gear. But thankfully it's gone well, more or less pitch black now, so thankfully I can get some images done and I can get them on the screen to show you. So I'll move all my gear down and I'll come back and show you the shots that I've took, and I'll drop them on the screen as well. So I'll speak to you in a second. There's lights everywhere. I don't know what they're doing, red lights in the distance. You can see some over there, you can see some in the distance. I know there's some aerials I think sticking up somewhere, but night time is a completely different place. You can just see lights that you never knew existed. It's amazing. It really is. I love it. Anyway, yeah, let me move my gear and I'll come back to you. If I can find it all, that is. Where am I going here?
But yeah, this is the image where I lit up the inside of the tin mine with my torch. I mean, maybe I could have had a slightly longer exposure, or even maybe turned my torch up to a more powerful setting. I don't know, but practice makes perfect. But I really am happy with this image.
So, I've come around the other side. Let me turn that off. So I can hear a dog barking in the distance. Don't know. So yeah, so I've come around the other side. So you can see now the tin mine, and I've got the tower. Maybe you can't see it. I've got the tower here on the left, coming right up from the ground, right up to the top on the corner. So I'm not sort of square on, because that down there over the back, I don't know if you remember from earlier, that over the back there is where the shaft was. Oh yeah, I was going to show you down here, weren't I, in the dark? Let's have a look, see if I can see the bottom. Let's have a look. Oh God, no, I can't. I think that's the most powerful, it's my torch, yeah. I can't get my torch any. Hello? Yeah. Wow. Can't see the bottom of that. That's how deep that bad boy is. So yeah, so I've got the tin mine again on another angle, but on this side, look, I can see the full height of the tower. So again, I'm going to try some long exposure. I was getting 30 seconds there. F11, which weren't too bad, to be honest. I was getting some cracking shots. So I'm just getting some weird noises. I know the dogs, but sorry. It's weird because I don't like being out at night. One's a dog barking and the other one's got like a weird... I'm assuming it's another dog howling back at it, but it doesn't sound like a dog. Strange, strange. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to try this shot. Again with a 30-second exposure. With my torch, lighting up the tin mine. And see what we get. And if it's any good, I'll drop it on the screen. And then I think I'm going to call it a night. Head home and then I will get out to the next location, which is Lanyon Quoit, which luckily is just over the top of the hill. So I'll get over to Lanyon Quoit and come back to you from there, and we'll do the same again. Now Lanyon Quoit is, again, it's like a megalithic. It's a monolithic sort of stone structure, again, a bit like Mulfra Quoit that I've just been to, but it's like sat on sort of 3 legs again, and the capstone is on top of that, and it's a really weird structure. So yeah, I'll take these few images, I'll drop them on the screen, and then we'll get over to Lanyon Quoit. What a night though, what a night. I've enjoyed it, I've enjoyed it. Right, so I hope those shots came out okay of the tin mine there, Greenburrow Tin Mine. That's been quite good. That's been a bit cold up on the top of that hill, but when I came round to that second location just there, I was in a bit of a dip, and the wind has just dropped, and it's dropped now, to be fair. But no, I hope those have come out okay. I especially love that one where I lit up the inside of the tin mine there. I think that'll look spectacular, and I hope it's come out okay on screen. So I finished here for tonight. So I'm now off to go and get some kip. I think it's about 12:30. So now I've got to find my way back to my car. Try not to fall over this time and lose my head torch. So back to my car, get some sleep, and then out on another night over to Lanyon Quoit. So that'll be interesting. And hopefully we'll get another decent clear night. It's not been too bad. There was some clouds, I said, coming through on the wind. Bit breezy, so there's some clouds coming through, but hopefully we'll get a clear night and I can get some good sunset photos, and of course when it drops dark, get some good images of Lanyon Quoit. So let's get over there. So I've just got to Lanyon Quoit, and funnily enough, I missed it on the way up because obviously in summer all these are a lot higher, everything grows in summer, and I've got to, oh in fact that sign does say something about it, but it's so weathered. Given to the National Trust by Sir Edward Botallack of 10 of Yanton in 1952, but it's so overgrown. Can you get up here? Yeah, there's some steps. Here we are. There we are. That's the quoit there, the big clump of stones, as it were. And yeah, like I said, I missed it going up because of all the bushes and the side of the road. So I looked on my phone and I've gone miles. I've gone miles up the road, so I've obviously spun round and managed to get a little parking a little lay-by there. And here we are. And this is Lanyon Quoit. There's a lot of cow crap around as well. It's everywhere. So I'm assuming this is breeding grounds for cattle. My favourite enemy, as I'm sure you all know if you watch my Exploring Cornwall series, and there's a link in the screen there if you want to check that out. But yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah. Oh no, there's some cows over there. Oh shit. Oh, imagine that at night. So let me put my glasses on so I can see him. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the cows grazing. Oh God, there's loads. I want to do some photography of this, look at that. Just got to watch where I'm standing. Oh dear. That's massive, I mean, I could probably walk underneath that. Let me just have a look. I can just show you. Yeah, I've just got to bend down a touch just to walk underneath. Shall I walk under it? Oh, that was a bit, oh. Hit my tripod. I was thinking, no, my look, it'll fall off. But yeah, it's just the cows over there. Oh, great. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen some of my other videos that I don't have the best relationship with cows. Bugger. I mean, the tin mine up there that you can see, if I just spin that round, the tin mine up there, that is Greenburrow Tin Mine. That's where I've just been. But it looks an amazing sky as well. Look at all the clouds. What an amazing sky. But what I don't want is it's a good dark and these cows come swamping me. Oh, sugar, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I'm stuck between a rock and a cow pat. Oh, Jesus Christ. So I don't know whether to, but yeah, if I set my tripod up, I've got to put my bag down. There's just cow crap everywhere. But that is formidable. That is formidable. It really is. And I've seen quite a few images of Lanyon Quoit on Instagram from local photographers. Well, there's a bit of a mound here that I can just probably get to that looks like it's the clearest or the cleanest with not much cow dung on it. Oh, I don't know if you heard that cow then, but yeah, I mean, I can't put my bag down anywhere. I mean, I've come round this side now, which isn't a bad composition from there, so you can see all three legs. And I've got the tin mine in the background. I think that hill on the other side there is Cornwall. So that might not be a bad composition. But negotiating this lot in the dark, what with these cows, all I can do is just let it go dark or start to go dusk and see where these cows go. They might even return back into their barn. Bugger. Anyway, yeah, so I'll get set up. I'll get my tripod set up and my camera set up and see if they work their way anywhere closer. And I'll come back to you in a minute when I find my feet. So I'll touch you in a sec. Not to worry, not to worry. These things happen. Yes, I can hear you. Go away. So quiet. No wind whatsoever. Everything is just so still. You could literally hear a pin drop. I do not believe how quiet it is. Nothing is moving. Phenomenal. Yeah, so I'm probably the loudest one here. So yeah, so I'll set my tripod up and see what I can do and then keep me on these bloody cows. So I'll come back to you in a sec. I think I'm being a bit brave here. Because look at these, there's 4 cows here, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. All with their heads down. All grazing. So luckily, they're going to go the other way. But I've... yes, I know, I can see you. One of them just gave me a right death stare. He was just stood down there and he's just got those black eyes just staring straight at me. But I don't think any of them are bulls. I think they're all, you know, cows. But I'm like on edge. I'm probably 20 metres away from one of them. But I want to take... I want to take pictures. I've got my camera set up and I've got a composition set up and I've got the tin mine in the background there. And the sun's nicely setting over the back there. But I've got these on my mind. Oh my God, there's millions at the bottom. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I can see 16 cows. I think I might have to pack up here, to be fair, and think of a different location to take you to. Because I can't be doing with these walking around me at middle at night trying to take some photography, trying to do some photography of the quoit. Oh, that's such a shame. I was looking forward to this one. I really was. I'll have to think of another location, I think, because they're just getting a bit too close for comfort. Or I might give it another... Yeah. Yeah, he's staring at me. I might give it another 10 or 15 minutes. But even so, even if they're stood, you know, here, chewing on some cud, I'm going to be focusing on them and not what I'm doing. And if all the others come up as well, all 16 of them, yeah, I think I might call it a night, even though I've only been here 20 minutes, half an hour. So yeah, I think I might call it a night. So sorry about this. And I'll think of another location where I can take you to and where I can show you and do some nighttime photography. Yeah, so I think I'll pack up and I'll head back home. I've not even had a coffee. I've not even took it out of my bag yet because I'm more interested in what these are doing. Yeah, they're getting really close now. Yeah, I don't know if you can see these two here. He's on the move, look. Oh yeah, they're looking at me. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. So yeah, so I want to pack up, shoot back to my car, which is just over the top there, and then move on to another location. So I don't quite know where I'm going to go. Oh, didn't plan for this. So I'll come back to you at my next location, wherever that may be, because I want to save the last location. I'm not going, I could go there now, but I don't want to. I want to save that for the last location of this video, but I'll have to think of somewhere else. And then I'll take you to the last location where I want to go. So yeah, I'll pack up. So I'll see you in a minute at the next location, which I don't know where it is yet. So it's a bit weird this, but yeah, I don't know where it is yet. Hopefully nowhere where there aren't any cows. So I will come back to you in a second where I'm going to make a hasty retreat. So I'll speak to you in a minute. See you in a minute.
Yeah, I was a bit gutted, to be fair, that I had to pack up and leave Lanyon Quoit earlier than what I wanted to. And I was paying more attention, I was more concerned about what the cows were doing than me taking images of the quoit. But before I left, I did manage to take a couple of shots. These two are at 24mm, and I couldn't decide whether black or white or colour worked best. And then this second image, I zoomed into, I think about 40mm it was, and did the same. So let me know down in the comments, which of these two rust shots do you think's best?
So, this is the night after the night before, if that makes sense. After Cowmageddon. I had to leave there. I couldn't cope with being boxed in with cows, especially in the dark. So I've come to my final location because I've spent, oh wow, I've spent all of today trying to find another location which would have took the place of Lanyon Quoit, but I've spent all of today looking on Google Maps and trying to find somewhere else, and I've not found anywhere, to be honest, because I like to plan where I'm going, I like to plan where I'm parking, I like to plan my route from my car to the location, and it didn't really give me enough time. There was plenty of locations that I found and plenty of interesting, you know, objects and things, but it didn't give me enough time. So I've moved my final location, which is where I've just got to, and it just looks amazing. I've moved it to tonight to film and do some night photography at this location, and I want to spin my camera around just to show you where I am. And I'm not quite sure if you'll guess where I am, but I'll just turn my camera around just to show you the view with the sun on the sea. It's a touch windy, but it's absolutely glorious. Just check this. Now that is phenomenal. And the tin mines down here, of course, are the Crownhead tin mines. And I'm going down onto this rock here, across, so I'm looking across at them. And then maybe later on when it drops dark, I might actually walk down there, but there is like a family down there at the minute. So I might walk down there and do some photography closer to the tin mines themselves and light them up with my torch. So that just looks amazing. It really does. So I'm going to find my way down there in the daylight. And as I said, I was going to come here after Lanyon Quoit, but it's so tricky getting down here at Crownhead Tin Mines that I thought, nah, I don't want to try that in the dark. I'll go the following night. So obviously this is the following night. Oh, and it is rather tricky. So I'm trying to pick the path of least resistance, but of course I think I better try and remember this because I've got to come back up here in the dark. But never mind, this looks quite a nice little path here, quite steady. Maybe not. See what I mean? This is just so tricky in the daylight, and I can't imagine doing this by torchlight. I mean, coming up is not as bad, but just look at that scene. Just look at it. It just looks amazing. And I want to get down onto the rock there really before the sun sets, which is about 8:20. So I've not got that much longer. I think it's about 2:15 now. So I've not got much longer. Shall I go this way to get down there? So, oh, I know for a fact that there is quite a tricky little, yeah, it's there, look, that's where it is. Yeah, there's quite a thin, narrow little track that you have to climb across to get down to the point there. So let me get down a bit further and I'll show you the treacherous hike across this little narrow path to get to it. So give me a couple of seconds. That was a killer on the knees, getting down there. I've just got to try and remember the way back up in the dark. Oh, but look at this, look at this. Look at that. That is just picture perfect. I think the tide looks like it's out. I don't know if it's on the turn, but this is the little treacherous path that you need to go across to get to the location I want to take some pictures of tonight with my torch. So I'll just show you this. Oh, walking along here. It's a bit rickety rackety underfoot, and I would recommend obviously some hiking boots, walking boots, rather than just trainers. Oh, but that down there is a good 300 feet. And then over the other side, that's probably the same. And I don't quite know if it's weathering. I think it might be, to be fair. So I reckon it's not going to be much longer before this is again another piece of the English coastline that's no one can access when that goes. So this is my spot for tonight. Now I don't quite know if I might be better going down here, look, just off this point, just down there where that rock is, looking across at the tin mines, which looks spectacular, because don't forget I am lighting up with my torch. Oh, look at that back up there. Wow, that's smart. Or I think I saw someone go down a bit lower. Can I get down here? I think I can. Oh, that's a bit of a steep little drop. Can I get here? Oh yeah, could do. Or even maybe lower down. Let's have a look. Just bear with me a second. Sorry for this, guys. I'm just trying to find my perfect spot for tonight while I've got daylight. Oh, look at that sun. Oh, yes. Yeah. I can't really get any further down, to be honest. Oh, maybe down at the bottom. Just sort of down here. I think I might just set up my camp, to be fair, just here. Or even on this little ledge here, look. That might be an idea. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, this might be perfect, this, to be honest. Looking across there. I think that's perfect. Wow. Look at that view along the coast. Look at that. That is amazing. So yeah, so I think now I've found where I'm gonna park myself and wait for the sun to go down. I think I'll grab my tripods and set myself up. Now if you just check this footage out, this is aerial footage that I took a few months back, and I did have permission from Culdrose. So while I'm setting up, just check out this footage, because it is unbelievable from the air as it is from on here. So check this out. Whew. just set up both my cameras. I found some nice compositions. The sun now is just dropping over the horizon. It's about 8:23 it sets. Look at that orange sky. That is just phenomenal. And I've just got my camera set up, ready to go for when it obviously gets a bit darker. So I've got a time lapse going as well, and I'm hoping my torches will reach that far, to be honest. Oh, there it goes, just over the top. Down it drops. Can't see it now. Gone. So the sun's set. So hopefully now in probably next half an hour it'll drop dark and I can get cracking and see if I can get these shots of the tin mines. So hopefully I'll come back to you with some good images. So I'll speak to you shortly when it drops a bit darker and show you my technique. So I'll speak to you in a second. I'll have a drink of coffee as well because I'm spitting feathers a bit. So yeah, I'll speak to you in a second. Yeah, it's dropping really dark now. Look at that sky, that looks phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic where the sun sets. But I've got my two cameras set up and I'm up to about 25 seconds exposure. I've got 15 seconds there, ISO 250, and I think I'm up to 25 seconds on my Z6, and it's coming out with some amazing, I don't know if you can quite see that, long exposures. But oh, it's just phenomenal. I think there's only me here. There were a couple of guys I've just been speaking to, I think from Birmingham. Hi Chris, if you're watching. We were talking to me about drones and cameras and things, so I hope they have a safe journey home. But yeah, there's only me here now in this whole area. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I've got the whole place to myself, and it's just a serene environment, to be honest. So I don't even know what time it is. I've just been snapping away, doing some different exposures, doing some different ISO settings. I think I'm on 250 with that one, with me ISO 160, 25 seconds f11. So I'm not doing too bad. I'm not having to drag the ISO up yet because it's still quite bright. Look at that. I'll just move my head out of the way. That just looks fantastic. Really does. And I've got a star lapse going. I've got one of my cameras sat on top of the rock up there, and I've got a star lapse going down on one of my 360 cameras just to see what that looks like when the stars come out. There's a star lapse. I've never done that before, so if it's any good, I'll drop that in the video somewhere. But yeah, it just looks surreal. The tin mine chimney stood up there in the top of the hill in the dark. So yeah, so I'll just keep snapping away. But that sunset, look at that sunset. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I'll let it go a bit darker and I'll come back to you with where I am next and what I'm doing next. I'm loving it, loving it. It really is. Like I said, I love being out in the dark. I really do. It's a different world. It's a different environment at night. And I like it. I like it. So yeah, so I'll get snapping away and I'll speak to you in a sec. Yeah, as you can see, it's gone completely pitch black now, and I've got my green light on because that doesn't spoil your night vision. But yeah, I've not lit the tin mines up yet with my torch, and I'm doing a 2.5 minute exposure, f11 ISO 1600. Oh, the image on the back of the screen there is Oh, it's deliquescent. I don't quite know if you'll be able to see that. Let me just see if I can turn off my light. I don't quite know how well you can see that. Maybe not very good, to be honest. But, oh, that just looks unbelievable. It really does. Oh, it's smoothed out the sea. You can see the tin mines. Oh, that just looks unbelievable. So that's a 2.5 minute exposure. I will drop it on the screen. And I think I am going to wait a bit longer, to be fair, before I light them up with my torch. I'm just probably going to wait another 10 or 15 minutes just to try and get all the complete blackness out of the sky, because it is still quite bright over to the west, obviously where the sun has just set. But I'm just going to leave it another 10 or 15 minutes just to get it completely dark before I light up the tin mines. Oh, look at that. So yeah, if these shots are any good, which I think that one is, here's the shots. And I'll also put them on without I've lit them up with my torch. So here's the shots.
This first image is me, of course, lighting up the tin mines with my torch, which I did realise wasn't powerful enough. I think I needed one with a straighter beam and a more powerful beam than one that sort of lit up the whole surrounding area. So I thought I'd show you the image anyway, but personally I think it's pants. So we'll just slightly gloss over this one and we'll move on to the next images, which I think are a lot better. These next shots, of course, are the tin mines at different focal lengths. So I'll leave you to enjoy these images, with the last one being the image that I mentioned in the video.
That has been a really enjoyable evening here out at Crownhead Tin Mines. I've got some amazing shots of the tin mines there, both before and after sunset. So I hope those images have come out okay. But the sky here, there's no light pollution whatsoever. And the sky is as clear as a bell. And you can, in fact, obviously when I've got the lights on, you can see with the naked eye the Milky Way, and it looks unbelievable. And I have tried to do a long exposure, but I'm no astrophotographer. I did do a long exposure, which I will stick on at the end, but it's pants. But I don't know how they do it. Obviously they've got to have a long exposure to get the stars and the sky, but I'm no astrophotographer. Am I a photographer? I don't know. Anyway, but no, it's been really enjoyable. I've enjoyed myself here tonight, as I have at the other two locations, which was Mulfra Quoit and Greenburrow Tin Mine there. Obviously it was a bit of a disappointment last night at Lanyon Quoit, but not to worry, you win some, you lose some. So I want to thank you for watching. I don't know if you can see the rock there, it's quite imposing. I want to thank you for watching. Amazing here tonight, amazing. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to give the video a thumbs up, that would be most kind. And of course, if you'll hit that subscribe button, again, I will be in your debt forever. So thank you, take care, and I will see you very soon on the next one. Speak to you in a bit. See you later.